Hello you! How we doing, folks? It's 2018. Children should be seen and not heard, but nevertheless we're back for more Audio Who. New year, same shite, but we're here nevertheless. It is Sylvester McCoy on his lonesome in Valhalla. Will has the cover right there. And Callisto on Jupiter's planet Moon. We have a story by Mark Platt, number 96 in the Big Finish monthly main range early doors, and we have one of these stories that are slap bang en route to the TV movie, where Daphne Ashbrook's Grace Holloway will poke him in the chest and he will subsequently die. But that notwithstanding, we have Michelle Gomez here as one of the inner city workers, underground workers. We have a city infested with termites. We have the Mother Superior, played by the late Suzanne Johnson, Suzanne York. Mm-hmm. And we have a dirty, backhanded mayor selling out the population, where everybody's for sale, barcodes on the tongue, and even the doctor's had enough and says, give me a job. What do you think about this? Well, you're about to find out. Before we get to that, let's get to this. It's your panel for this evening. All the way from Mass, it's Sue. How's it going, Sue?
It's freezing cold here. Brr.
Yes, there you go. Happy winter, dearie. He is from down under. He has a thunder. AJ, it's 2018, but I take it the summer's all right for you?
Quite warm, but I live in the tropics, so yeah, sweltering.
I'm looking forward to it. All the way from Tottenham, stuffing his face with garlic because he's not going to get a bite tonight. It's Philip Archer. How we doing, Phil?
Hello.
Good to see you, mate. Speaking of cold, NYC, Mr. Will Medina. How's it going, Will?
Hey now, how you doing, everybody?
Good to see you, mate. And all the way from Corpus Christi, he has a beard that must be feared, and he's still waiting for snow. It's Texas Timberwolves. How's it going, Timble?
It came and went.
It came and went, yeah. Yeah, kind of like my alcohol level. So, guys, Valhalla. A one-off companion and the future mistress with Michelle Gomez as Jarvin. Sly McCoy just seemingly, he's had enough. He's basically saying, oh, fuck this, give me a new job, I'm tired of this. What do we think? Termites galore. Okay, AJ, can I get your opening thoughts, mate, on Valhalla, please, mate? Sylvester McCoy and Michelle Gomez?
Yeah, I really like this story. I loved that Michelle Gomez's character. She was very quirky, I guess you could say, in this one. Not as quirky as Missy, obviously, but still.
Yeah, it is.
Talking giant termites, I mean, yeah, well, why not? It's Doctor Who. And I just love the whole idea that people now being turned against the creation, their creations to be sold off as slaves and
commodities.
And yeah. So I'll get more into it later on, but it's a really good story. I like
okay, all right, Philip, you're eating garlic and you look physically appalled. Opening thoughts?
This story just didn't inspire me at all. It was very drab for me. I didn't really like it. It was a bit slow and a bit sort of like, you know what, I mean, a bit where the doctor turns up in that office. It was like me going to my signing on.
That was the point. He was at the job centre looking for a new job.
I don't want to hear that kind of...
Of course you can.
I don't want to hear that shit on the audio when I got to do that every 2 weeks, so nah. And Michelle Gomez, I didn't realise who she was until I got towards the end of the audio.
It's on the cover, Phil.
Yeah, but I thought she was the main monster, the main creature thing.
No, that was Susanna York. The white Susanna York, I might add. Yeah.
Which I didn't realise she was in it either until you just said about it. So yeah. That shows how much attention I paid to this story. It just dragged for me. That's what it was. It wasn't inspiring. I didn't really enjoy it. I'll be honest.
All right. Now, I'll agree with you. For me, you know, the part one was kind of slow, but I think it picked up once you got to episode 2. So I'll give you that part one was a bit slow. Tim, opening thoughts, mate?
Well, I thought it was very interesting that of all the doctors, this doctor decides to quit what he's doing and try to get a job somewhere. I mean, that to me that's just not his style at all. Also, he's a bit lonely, which is really uncharacteristic for him because even when he has a companion, he pretty much just ignores them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like he's always so busy tinkering with everything that in his way, and he's going to make sure he gets it right. So yeah, they're there for the ride. But so I thought it was a very unusual approach for this doctor, and it made it pretty entertaining because you get to see another side of his character, which you don't always see. To me, that was the most entertaining thing about it.
All right, cool, man. Sue, Valhalla.
I liked how the business sort of talk that was going on. It was sort of like high finance and fun, but it kind of did remind me a lot that there are tons of people in the human trafficking thing going on, or
Well, that's one way to look at it. Kind of morbid, but
yeah, termite, trafficking, because I don't know, they're anthropomorphized. So anyway, that was interesting, and Michelle Gomez was super fun to listen to, and on the second listen, it was as exciting and as radical as on the first listen.
All righty, cool. All right, well, spoil your guts. What do you recommend?
It's not a bad story. Like I gotta agree a little bit with Phil that in the beginning it's a little bit slow like that, like you said so yourself. But of course, when it picks up in the second chapter, then I love Michelle Gomez on this. Even though she's not playing Missy, you could the way her character talks with the doctor and her other friends like that is pretty good. Yeah, we knew listening to this that she does not stay with the doctor because if you notice, she does not appear in any other audio after this. So and it was funny now that she finished filming Doctor Who. It'd be nice for her to come back and play the same character again. Whether she runs into the seventh or Doctor, that's up to the writers.
If she comes back now, I'll be with Kathy.
Well, that'd be as Missy, but I'm talking about as this character. As this character.
Well, you know what? I suppose if Katie Manning can get away with point two, why the hell not? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So it's not bad. Because the termites being sort of the villains and all that was in a way not their own making, because it's the way because of the corruption of politics and the Earth cutting off this moon like that.
Moon.
Yeah, they had to survive their own way, and of course, during time after listen to it, we find out that they increased their size like that by leaving the barrier and all that. And of course, in a way, it was the Queen's fault because she's the one that she wanted to use the humans as, like you said, as commodity, whether it was food or slave labor or anything like that. But in a way, that's the way insects do when they wage war with other insects. They used who they captured as slave labor, so that's normal for them. But it was unusual the way they captured the humans and put them in the eggs, sort of like a shell, real fast. That was a weird thing to listen to. But I thought for a moment I thought myself they were being eaten. Like, geez, that's
they were being
harvested. They were harvested. But the way the sound effect sounded, I thought they were being eaten. I said, oh wow, they're getting away with something here. Lucky it wasn't that. But like I said, it's not a bad story, but in the beginning it was a little bit slow. So we look for other stuff.
All right. And for me, I enjoyed it. I mean, I've already said part one took a while to get going, but it was just basically to demonstrate that the doctor was just basically pissed off and they wanted to try something new. I can empathise with Philip when it comes to going to the job centre because we do that at least once a fortnight. So there you go. For me, Michelle Gomez and even Susanna York as our mother and the registry, just totally over the top, bonkers, chewing the scenery. She's manipulating all that stuff behind the scene while pregnant, and the way all these other swarms of termites and all the rest of it. The termites, they were interesting. The whole commodity politics stuff aside, they were just like a termite version of the swarm for me. Except obviously they don't, weigh anything in your intestines or whatever like the swarm do. Michelle Gomez, pretty good. Who played the mayor? Was it Laxton? Was it Philip?
Philip Jackson.
Philip Jackson, the wee corrupt mayor who thought he had everything in hand, and then when the computers run amok, you're pretty much fucked. he got his comeuppance in the end, unfortunately, even though at one point you thought he was saved. Interesting stuff there. Michelle Gomez is Jarvin's 2 work colleagues.
Jerium. I think that's one of his names. By Fraser James, and the other one was
Timmery.
Timmery, that's the one, yeah.
That's by Donna Berlin.
Donna Berlin, yeah. They weren't bad for side characters. Obviously, Timmery disappeared for a while when Jarvin thought they were, they'd snuffed it down in the underworks, but nah, no bad. Sylvester McCoy, what can you say? He's badass 7th Doctor, and this man, he's en route to Frisco, as we've already mentioned. He's going to get that call soon to take that snake in a jar, and it's not going to go tits up for him. But this isn't a bad one companion piece, and it illustrates that, like Tim alluded to, even though this Doctor, you wouldn't necessarily quantify this with his traditional characteristics. Maybe at time. So David Tennant says, maybe sometimes the Time Lord lives too long. Yeah, I'm done. Whatever. Not a bad tale. Right, guys, any events or characters that stood out for you within this story? AJ?
Just the whole idea of that, the humans are going to mine the moon of Callisto with termites and all that, and they genetically engineer them. And yet again, we screw ourselves over by just abandoning them there, and they become self-aware and intelligent. And when humans come back, they're like, oh, wow, we got cattle now.
Yep.
And
there you go.
How many hundreds of years into the future, and they've still got monotone ringtones?
You're going to need ringtones, to be fair.
No. Didn't you hear it in the thing? When
they were using the Flight of the Valkyries as the ringtone.
Yeah, like the old Nokia 6100 ringtones.
Oh yeah, for the communicators. Yeah. All right. Okay. That didn't even cross my mind, but that's a good point. Oh, there you go. Kimbo, how about you, mate?
Obviously, Michelle Gomez, she's very good in this, and
it's her birthday.
Yeah, and I like that that at the bit at the end where she's completely unamazed by him, he just assumes that she's going to go with him and be his new gal pal, and she pretty much says, "You're assuming way too much. Like, I'm not having that at all."
Facts, but no facts.
And it's kind of shocking because you almost think, how obvious, she'd be perfect company for him, but she won't have it. That was amazing.
Yeah. One big giant middle finger long before she was the master. Why not? There you go. Sue, how about you?
Yeah, it was cool the way that the Doctor and the Queen of the termites connected and sort of intellectually duked it out. That was really fun. And Susanna York did a really good job. I didn't know who the actress was. I didn't have time to listen to the behind the scenes stuff, and
okay.
But it was delightful to see or to hear Michelle Gomez pushing the envelope with in her own accent. I mean, that was really good. And it did, I mean, the sound effects were so good. It was amazing. Like there was all, like Will said, like when they were getting cocooned and he thought they were being eaten, that was a really good sound effect. As a lot of the sound effects were. I mean, it took a lot it takes a lot of creativity. I mean, I was like hearkening back to Zarbi and Menoptera and stuff.
Okay.
And some of the other insects. So
yep.
Those were my favorite bits.
There you go. It's one big insect family. All right, Philip, get something.
Anyway, you know what? I did find it a little bit amusing that the termites, when they're taking something, they don't just take one thing; they take the whole thing with you. Like for example, the sugar bowl. They're taking a whole bowl. So that translates to what they're doing with the buildings. They're not taking the people; they're taking whole buildings with them. So that was quite cool. And the fact that that Sylvester McCoy's Doctor is using the 8th Doctor. Actually, well, the interior is the 8th Doctor's one.
Yeah, because we're en route to Frisco.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work out where did that, does that fit into where he changed it over when he was with Hex and Ace?
He was in the process of...
This is after Hex and probably before he picks up Klein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so so the timeline with the interior is correct then. Okay, fair enough. But like I said, I like the termites a bit. I like what they did. But like I said, the story was just a bit flat for me. But I apologize for that.
All right, fair dues. All right, well, what about you, Matt?
Well, because Michelle Gomez stood out real good, and like I said, I would like to see this character, her come back as this character. Missy will come back when she wants to, when she got time for that. But I like to see this character come back. Another one that stood out was the actress, the character of Tim Marie. Even though you wouldn't hear that much, when she does, she stood out pretty good because like she stood out against one of the fight against the termites, and then of course how she was announcing how the politics was being such a corrupt that they wanted to start a riot like that for people could notice like that, and of course she was able to make the communication for help outside for the other moons could listen to it and come and help them like that. So she stood out pretty good. Yeah. Well, you can say the captain of Our Mother was just doing what she is as a queen of the termites, giving birth to more termites and using them for her own purpose. Like Phil said, they were able to move the whole building and all that for themselves like that. So that's really stood out. But I wish the one of the Missy's character, the friend, he even though he was there as a co-worker, he turned out a bit stupid in certain circumstances, because when he noticed the doctor had his friend's phone, instead of just
asking about, in the ass, wasn't he?
And he took the phone with him. That's how they were able to trace them when they were driving away. But he had the
you won't
phone
see him again. Yeah.
So then it was a little bit of pain in the ass. But it's not a bad story in a certain way. So it stood out pretty good. These characters stood out really good. So I gotta give props.
Cool, mate. Yeah, what I like has already been covered with the group, folks. But was there also a scene where McCoy's Doctor projected himself as a holographic termite? Or was that tripping?
Yeah, he had the TARDIS do that.
Yeah, he used the interior.
It happened with a couple of the characters. They did this like fakey out.
Okay. Well, that was interesting, especially because they were all singing at one point and termite tease, or whatever the language is. But there you go. But no, as the guys have alluded to, it's maybe not the most fast-paced to begin with in terms of a story. But for a Matt Platt story, it's decent. It's getting towards the end of Sly's life timeline, so yeah, give it a bash. If you don't like creepy crawls, you'd avoid it though. Right, guys, open mic portion of the cast. Anything else somebody wants to bring up that might have been within the extras before we get this rated and zippoed and in the can?
The extras, the way she's putting on a Swedish accent for the most part, saying that it was very hard for her to get her mouth around the whole Scottish accent for this particular story. That was hilarious. By this time, I believe McCoy is starting to film The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, 2007.
It is brought up, and then not to mention that he's on a world tour doing King Lear. So I mean, that was interesting.
Does everybody do King Lear?
No, he does the Fool. He didn't.
The Fool. All right, yeah.
It's interesting that you mentioned that this is getting near him going to San Francisco. But I noticed that during this whole story, he never mentioned what happens to Ace or any companion that he meets before he go to San Francisco, whether their life is good or not. So we're not unaware of it.
Because this was recorded long before
even though because this was recorded in 2007, we're not aware of like Ace, what was going to happen next month, that she's going to be in Gallifrey and dealing with the Time War and all that. He never mentions it.
Ace appears several times throughout his timeline, I guess, in different parts of it as well, and she never really gets written out completely.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, she did in the books, but not in the audio.
Yeah.
All right, anything else, guys?
Yeah, you know how he got the pamphlet from the future for the auction and all that with the humans?
Yeah.
Since he changed the events, does that pamphlet now become blank, like in Back to the Future with that photo?
Well, remember that was from the mayor list of potential bodies to be sold like that as slave and all that. So those names are still there. Even the doctor's name is there because he came there looking for a job. So that's how come his application is there. So it's still there as an application.
Just
my bad.
A quick shout out to the part where they went to the abandoned restaurant. Oh, so it's coffee and chips we're having then. The gas ovens were left on. For that.
Oh yeah, he burns the chips.
He burned the chips.
He comes back later with some biscuits or something.
Oh dear. I thought that was quite funny. Right. Nothing else, guys.
Turning the TARDIS into a hotel.
Yeah, all right. No. Hologram again?
No, that was a funny question that he had the TARDIS and they noticed how big on the inside is. He could why couldn't he just bring everybody available to bring them in the TARDIS and leave with them?
Yeah, a Scottish Basil Fawlty, that's what we need, man. Yeah. All right, interesting. Well, if there's nothing else, guys, until February. I guess it's that time. What?
I'm just saying, wow, till February. Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess it's that time again.
For our host to go to Australia for the annual deep throw contest.
No, he's going for kangaroo balls for dinner. That's what he's doing.
Skippity-doo-dah, yippity-yay, crikey. Valhalla, Big Finish, main range, story number 96. Sylvester McCoy and Michelle Gomez. Okay, Sue, what do you give us out of 10, dearie?
I'll give this a 9 out of 10. It was good. It was fun. It was excellent soundscape, like I said. There was some really... And I will probably have to go back and listen to the bonus features because, oh my gosh, Michelle Gomez in a Swedish accent. I forgot that.
Yes, that was fucking hilarious. Doop, 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 doop. Gertie. AJ, what's the number from down under?
I'm going to give this one an 8 because it was, like you said, slow at the beginning, but it was a good story and he's heading towards to being 8, so it's an 8.
8 on the horizon. Thanks, mate. Timbo, what's the number for Corpus, mate?
I'll give it an 8.5. I would have done an edit on the script or something and shorten it by about 10-20 minutes because it is a bit long, but I think that's the length they were going for back then in those 30 minutes per episode. So yeah,
25.
But it is a very entertaining listen. It's not. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just it could be a little bit tighter.
Alrighty. Well, what's NYC say, mate?
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And when Michelle Gomez does do audio, I wish she would do this character one more time, at least one more time.
Okay, we have a fan of Javin tonight. Phil, be kind.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm sorry. It's not my...
Are you kidding? That's 10 times better than 1,000 tiny zeros.
Remember that one?
I'll give it a 5, but just for the fact that I wasn't aware that Susanna York had a part in this, or even Michelle Gomez for that. I'll give it a 5, but for them two, it gets a 1 more point for us. Maybe a 6 then for those two being in it.
You gave it a 5. I'm not fanning about when edit, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bloody hell. Does it mean now, you put me off with that. And if I've got everybody, it's my turn. I will give this an 8 as well. As we've alluded to, a wee bit slow to begin with, but it picks up, and what the hell, he burnt the chips. So I got a laugh out of that. Why not? And with that, guys, done, dusted, and finito. I can't tell you what we're doing when we return to record on February the 11th, because I'm going to have to send these guys something to listen to for that following week on February the 4th when I'm en route home. So,
some of us already own it, so.
There you go.
I've got the whole catalogue.
So basically, any suggestions, guys, I'll hit you up that week and we'll come up with something to record on that day.
That's so easy. It's 8th turn, so we just do the last 2 parts of the Time War. That's it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Shut up, yo, goat.
that might be an option. If we do that, we'll let you know, guys. As always, guys, check out our buddies on the wonderful wackety world of the YouTube. You've got the guys in the Order Geek Assembled with our audio head movie and TV reviews. You've got Dr. Freedom, his news broadcast, his Omega Files, and the Adventures of Dr. Freedom and Eric. You've got Sammy Catlett, Johnny Boys, Mike Sharon, and everything online. Like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, drink a beer, have a vodka, eat a whiskey. And with that, I'm going to go throw a shrimp on the Barbie. I'm off for a 3-week holiday, and we're back fighting fit and tigery. Be excellent to yourself, folks, and each other, and waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. Later, guys.
Listen.
All the best.